earlier today, we found out that George Zimmerman was detained. We didn't know much about the story other than the fact that he was threatening with a gun. However, we now have 911, the 911 call in which Shellie Zimmerman called the police because she was being threatened, or allegedly being threatened, by George Zimmerman. And now there are allegations that George Zimmerman also punched Shellie's father in the nose. So we are going to allow you to listen to the 911 call and we'll discuss. First, Shellie explains exactly what happened.
911, do you need police, fire, or medical?
This is Sonoma County Police. Road.
All right, we do have units en route to you, ma'am. Is he still there?
Yes, he is, and he's trying to shut the garage door on me.
Is he inside now?
No, he's in his car, and he continually has his hand on his gun, and he keeps saying, step closer. He's just threatening all of us with
step closer
his firearm. And he's going to shoot us.
Okay.
He punched my dad in the nose. My dad has a mark on his face. I saw his glasses were on the floor. He accosted my father and then took my iPad out of my hand and smashed it and cut it with a pocket knife.
So that's Shellie Zimmerman, obviously George Zimmerman's estranged wife. She filed for divorce last week. I don't know if the situation that has arisen today has to do with the fact that she filed for divorce last week, and she's staying with her parents, and apparently threatened her parents as well. Now, this has a lot of implications, but as I said earlier in the day, I think George Zimmerman just starved for the spotlight, and he's been enabled by his fanboys. Oh yeah, you did the right thing, you did the right thing. And if you got a gun, and this is one of the top things I've been worried about in this story all along. Like, if you got a gun, you got special privileges, and you can threaten anybody you like. I mean, after he punched the dad in the face, God forbid if the dad had fought back, that's his father-in-law, right? He could have shot the father-in-law and been like, 2 for 2.
Well, with the Trayvon Martin case, I mean, you provoke a violent altercation, and even after you were the one that provoked it to begin with, apparently you can shoot and kill someone, you can be acquitted of the charges. So the whole part about society enabling him is the part that worries me the most. Because after he got acquitted for this huge national controversy, all of a sudden he's doing something very similar where he's threatening someone with a gun, and he's threatening his own family. I mean, I get it, she's estranged, they're filing for divorce, or she's filing for divorce, it's over. But I mean, I don't understand how anyone can actually defend him after this situation. And of course, these are allegations at this point, so there's some chance that there might be some evidence later indicating that these allegations are false. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course. So, I mean, look, again, we were originally mad about the George Zimmerman case and Trayvon Martin situation because he had not been arrested. The assumption was that he was innocent and that they did a toxicology report and a criminal background check on the victim, that Trayvon was guilty. That's why they did the checks on him and not on Zimmerman. That was the original injustice. And then facts come in, etc. Now here, he has been detained, so we understand all that, and more evidence will come in and we'll determine how it is. But look, with the fanboys, those are the guys who disgust me more than anything else, more than Zimmerman in a lot of ways. They're like, well, Trayvon was a thug and he had it coming. Now, is Shellie Zimmerman's dad a thug? Is Shellie Zimmerman a thug? Will that defense come? Who knows? Who knows?
And keep
Zimmerman
in mind,
is always right.
And keep in mind, Shellie Zimmerman is the person who's now facing charges, or actually just got sentenced, not to prison, but has to deal with 100 hours of community service and all of that, because George Zimmerman was having her hide money, take money out of the bank account, and hide it, and she got caught as a result of that, right? And so she stood by his side throughout the whole thing. He gets acquitted, and right after he gets acquitted, they run into some marital issues, and she decides to file for divorce. So I don't know, is she a thug? Is that what the...
Oh, well, she had it coming. No matter what, if you have the gun and the other guy doesn't have the gun, they have it coming. All right, now, by the way, she recently spoke to ABC, and she said, look, I stood by him the whole trial, and then he didn't even show up when I was being sentenced for something he had me do. But to me, the more important part of that ABC interview was when Shellie Zimmerman said, God, I feel sick for what happened to Trayvon. I feel so bad for his family. I imagine if it was my kid, I'd be heartsick over it. Now, that wasn't so hard. Why couldn't George Zimmerman say that? And she didn't even do it. It's not her fault, right? But it's a simple thing to say. It's a decent thing to say. Now, there's more from the tapes.
Yeah, so this next portion of the 911 call gives you a sense of, how she was feeling at the moment of this alleged assault.
All right.
I'm really, really
We'll have
afraid.
units in the area where you're at, okay? So just stay on the line with me.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what he's capable of. I'm really, really scared. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my
You guys are
God.
safe inside, correct?
Yes.
So they called paramedics for the father. As you guys know, he got punched in the face by George Zimmerman, allegedly punched in the face. So, I mean, we'll see how this develops, but it's scary stuff. I mean, when you enable someone to use a gun that way, I mean, why wouldn't he go around threatening people with a gun?
Yeah, I mean, he has a sense of invincibility.
Exactly.
You know, he's been through this before. If he's got the gun, worst case scenario, he just shoots him, right? And he knows that before, when he said he felt threatened, it was good enough to get an acquittal. So look, this guy is desperate for attention in every kind of way. He's already been stopped for speeding twice, including last week. He went to the gun factory, took pictures smiling with the gun that killed Trayvon. And it's basically him saying, look at me, look at me. And I think that he's, you know, like OJ, after his initial acquittal, is starved for the spotlight so much, he can't wait to get it again. And he thinks, I'm above the law. And so what difference does it make? All I'm going to do is get positive attention in his mind, right? And there's going to be no consequences.
Yeah, do you
That's
think
the lesson he learned.
Yeah, do you think it's he's starving for the spotlight, or he just thinks I'm above the law? I mean, he probably doesn't want attention on him for allegedly, we'll keep saying, assaulting his soon-to-be ex-wife and her father. You may not want that attention. He just thinks, like, it's just you're emboldened, like, yeah, I can kill people. I can do this. I can do whatever I want. You get this sense in your brain that you're more powerful than what everyone else has, the rules everyone else has to follow, which is why the supporters, there'll still be some, they want to feel the same way. So they're like, yeah, do it. I wish I could do that. It's like they're living vicariously through him.
That's a great point about living vicariously. I think the question there, JR, is not which one of those it is. I think it's both.
I think it's both,
It's
too.
And the third part of it is, since his guys have told him, like, not only can you do no wrong, but you're a hero. You're a hero for defending yourself against that thug. Like, he thinks, well, look, man, I'm the good guy here. I'm the hero. I have every right to go to that gun factory and smile all day long. I have every right to tell my wife off, who doesn't recognize what a glowing hero I am.